Part 2, questions 11 to 20. Part 2, good morning and thank you for coming here today. I'd like to bring you up to date with the changes in the school that will affect your children. As you know, the school buildings date from various times, some from the 1970s, some from the last 5 years, and of course, Dartfield House is over a century old. It was commissioned by a businessman, Neville Richards, and intended as his family home, but he died before it was completed. He chose to sell it to the local council, who turned it into offices. A later plan to convert it into a tourist information center did not come about through lack of money, and instead it formed the nucleus of this school when it opened 40 years ago. The school was grown as the local population has increased, and the school has grown as the local population has increased. And I can now give you some news about the lower school site, which is separated from the main site of by a road. Planning permission has been granted for development of both sites. The lower school will move to new buildings that will be constructed on the main site. Developers will construct houses on the existing lower school site. Work on the new school buildings should start within the next few months. Among a more imminent change concerns the catering facilities and the canteen. The canteen is always very busy throughout the lunch period. In fact, it's often full to capacity because a lot of our pupils like the food that is on offer there. But there is only one service point, so most pupils have to wait a considerable time to be served. This is obviously unsatisfactory as they may have hardly finished their lunch before afternoon lessons start. So we've had a new food hall built and this will come into use next week. It will have several serving areas and I'll give you more details about those in a minute. But one thing we ask you to do to help in the smooth running of the food hall is to discuss with your children each morning which type of food they want to eat that day so they can go straight into the relevant serving point. There won't be any junk food. Everything on offer will be healthy, and there is no change to the current system of paying for lunches by topping up your child's electronic payment card online. You may be wondering what will happen to the old canteen. We'll still have tables and chairs in there, and people can eat food from the food hall or lunch they brought from home. Eventually, we may use part of the canteen for storage, but first we'll see how many people go in there at lunchtime. Okay, back to the serving points in the food hall, which will all have side dishes, desserts, and drinks on sale as well as main courses. One serving point we call World Adventure. This will serve a different country's cuisine each day, maybe Chinese one day and Lebanese the next. The menus will be planned for a week at a time, so pupils will know what's going to be available the whole of that week. Street life is also international. with the food from three particular cultures. We'll ask pupils to make suggestions. So perhaps sometimes there will be food from Thailand, Ethiopia, and Mexico, and then one of them will be replaced by Jamaican food for a week or two. The speedy Italian serving point will cater particularly for the many pupils who don't eat meat or fish. They can be sure that all the food served there is suitable for them. There will be plenty of variety, and so they shouldn't get bored with the food. Okay, that's all on the new food hall. Now, after school lessons, these are very popular with pupils, particularly swimming. In fact, there is a waiting list for lessons. Cycling is another favorite, and I am delighted that dozens of pupils make use of the dance to learn to ride in a chance to learn to ride in off-road conditions. It means that more and more cycle to and from school every day. As you know, we have a well equipped performance center, and we are going to start drama classes in there too. Pupils will be able to join in just for fun or work up to taking part in a play. We hope to put on at least one a year. We already teach a number of pupils to use the second and lighting system setting in the sound and lighting systems in the center, and a former pupil has given a magnificent grand piano to the school. So few pupils will be able to learn at the school instead of going to the local college, as many of them do at the moment. Part 2, questions 11 to 20, questions 11 to 15, and choose the correct letter A, B, or C. Dartfield House School used to be a local council building. What is planned with regard unto the lower school? The lower school site will be used for new homes. The catering has been changed because of long queuing times. Parents are asked to help their children to decide in advance which serving point to use. What does the speaker say about the existing canteen? Pupils can take their food into it. Question 16 to 18. What comment does the speaker make about each of the following serving points in the food hall? Choose three answers from the box and write the correct letter A to D next to question 16 to 18. Food available comments. Food available at serving points in food hall. World adventure. Daily change in menu. Street life. Pupils help to plan menus. Speedy Italian. Only vegetarian food. Questions 19 and 20. Choose two letters A to E. Which two additional, which two optional after school lessons are new? Piano, acting.